You two came to see the NCP, the All Black Express. Survey says one more for the good guys. I don't know what the hell's going on my channel, man. Like, my TNA Slammiversary review is finally starting to get some views. Like, it's been up for a fucking minute. Like, what is going on here? I don't know, but today I'm here to talk about New Japan's King of Pro Wrestling. And I know it's been a minute since I last did a review here. I think the last show I did was when, Goto won the belt, I believe. Only to then take the video down because New Japan said, nah, you ain't using our footage. Like, slow down, pump the brakes, buddy. Alright, so it is what it is, you know. We'll start off with the IWGP Women's World Championship match. You have the challenger, the former champion Shuri, going up against the reigning, defending, undisputed IWGP Women's World Champion, Sorry. Alright. Good match, good opening match. Not as good as her first match, in my opinion, but fast forward to the finish. Shuri hits the what's he called it? The Susakai? That's how you say it. I apologize if I fucked it up. Hits it for the 1, 2, 3, and no IWGP Women's World Champion, the leader of God's Eye, Shuri. Interesting, very interesting here. I wasn't expecting Shuri to win here. Because Sorry didn't have that belt for that long, if I'm not mistaken. But hey, I like both of them. It is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, it's just it's a feud done. I don't know. We shall see it. But big ups to Shuri for becoming the two-time IWGP Women's World Champion now. So good for her. For the English commentary, got Mr. Walker Stewart. Every time I think of the name Walker, I think of In the Eyes of a Ranger, the unsuspected stranger, and better know the truth from wrong from right. You know, I can keep going. Love Walker, Texas Ranger, but also joining him is Chris Charlton, who, if memory serves me correct, got into some trouble earlier this year over some comments. And I don't remember exactly what he said, but it's good to see him back because you can tell this dude is passionate. He loves New Japan Pro Wrestling. Alright, they move on to the next match. It's a 6-man tag team match. It's basically LIJ versus BC. Alright, you got Shingo Takagi, Hiromu Takahashi, and Tito versus Bone Soldier, Daiji Ishimori, and the leader, who I still don't buy as a credible leader, David Finlay. Decent match. Fast forward to the finish. David Finlay hits the overkill to Teton, who stole the fuck out of it for the 1, 2, 3. BC Bullet Club, or Bullet Club War Dogs, whatever the fuck they're calling themselves these days, goes over. Alright, and again, like, I don't buy David Finlay as a viable leader, man. It's like, bruv, you were a tag team partner to Juice Robinson. You know what I mean? That's like making Juice Robinson the leader of Bullet Club Gold instead of Jay Caucasian. You know what I mean? Like, you wouldn't do that. That doesn't make any sense. But for whatever reason, they're still trying to run with David Finlay here. I mean, good for him, I guess, I suppose. But we move on to one of the best matches of tonight. You know, we have Sonata coming out first, and then come to find out, this was the fake Sonata, looking like a member of Daft Punk. We didn't get the real Sonata, looking like the new rock and roller himself with that jacket. I don't know exactly what his new gimmick is, right? But I'm interested, all right? And I was laughing because during his entrance, he picked up a bag by accident, so he had to take the bag off the guitar, and I don't know why. It was just funny, you know. Like, he's going up against the killer from the BC Bullet Club. That is Drilla Maloney, right? Who recently moved up to heavyweight division, right, this year. You know, changed up his whole look, and I'm happy for him because I've seen this dude in War Dogs. I'm like, there's money in Drilla, all right? That's a dude you can push. and I'm glad he's getting that push here. All right, this was a brutal match, hard hitting. Both men were bleeding. All right, fucking each other up. You fast forward to the finish. Drilla cracks Sonata upside the head with that guitar. It's that Drilla killer for the 1, 2, 3. Drilla Maloney, with the assistance of his boy Clark Connors, goes over. All right. Now, again, wasn't a clean finish, but he did beat a former IWGP World Heavyweight Champion. One of the biggest wins in his career. All right. Move on to the next match. Another 6-man tag team match. We see the return of the homie himself, Hiroki Goto. Alright, E Honda. Alright, I don't know if he's still filming. I heard he's supposed to be E Honda in the new Street Fighter movie with the same movie that casted Cody Benchodes to be Guile and Roman Reigns as Akuma. 50 Cent as Balrog and fucking Jason Momoa as Blanca. I don't know. That movie sounds like it's gonna be 2 packs of ass, but what do I know, right? 6-man tag team match, right? You got on one end, you got Kosai Fujita, Hartley Jackson, and Ryohei Owa going up against Yoi Yoshihashi and returning Hiroki Goto. Alright, another decent tag team match. Fast forward to the finish. Yoshi and Hiroku hit their kind of like a assisted GTR, and then Hiroki hits another GTR for the 1, 2, 3. Of course, Goto's not going to lose in his first match back. You know what I mean? Not going to do that. All right, this dude would still been IWGP World Champion if he didn't get injured. You know what I mean? So it's good to see him back nonetheless. We move on to the next match. It's for the World TV Championship. This is ELP's 20th anniversary, I believe, here in the business. All right, and it got Hiroshi Tanahashi's final road. It's kind of crazy. Now, I remember seeing comments, right, of people comparing Hiroshi Tanahashi to John Cena. How Hiroshi is John Cena of New Japan, and how crazy is it that both John Cena and Hiroshi Tanahashi were retiring in the same year? That's kind of crazy. Not gonna lie to you. Alright? But we have Hiroshi Tanahashi, the ace of New Japan, challenging the reigning, defending, undisputed World Television Champion. I'm a fucking head banger, 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 banger. He needs that fucking theme song back. That shit goes too fucking hard. El Phantasmo. Alright? Good match. Alright, it is rough seeing Hiroshi work these days because he's worn down. But again, this dude sacrificed his body for New Japan. This is it for him. Only got a few matches left this year. Alright? But match ends up in a draw. You had LEP lock in kind of like a high angle cloverleaf submission to Tanahashi. But Tanahashi didn't tap. Time limit elapsed. So afterwards, both men show respect to each other. And again, it was a good match. Alright? We move on to the next match. And it's for the Never Openweight Championship. You got Bolton Oleg. Alright, who I'm glad they're pushing because there's money in this dude. But he's going up against the King of Darkness, the reigning, defending, undisputed, Never Openweight Champion, Evil! Mr. Evil himself, alright? Fast forward to the finish, and it was a decent match, got the House of Torture coming through, running interference. Evil doing what Evil does, right? Hits the STO, the Evil! For the 1, 2, 3, Evil! It goes over. Why do I say it like that? Because of SpongeBob. What was it? Mermaid Man, Barnacle Boy? That's how you said it? It always stuck with me. Alright? But Evil goes over, still the champion, House of Torture comes through and they start whooping Oleg's ass. And then we see Mr. Aaron Wolf making the save. Alright, now apparently this dude is an Olympic gold medalist. Alright, he's a judo expert, connoisseur. Alright, Like, I don't know all of his credentials, but I'm interested to see what this dude can do in the ring. Alright, so I guess he's going to be feuding with Evil moving forward. And it's still crazy to see Bad Luck Fale in the House of Torture. I'm not going to lie to you. Or I don't know if he's in it or if it's like Alliance or what. But it's crazy to see. Like, you would think this dude would be Bullet Club for life. But hey man, it is what it is. We then move on to the next match. And that's for the IWGP Tag Team Championship. Alright, and the challengers Yuya Yamura and Shota Umino. I'm like, last time I seen Shota, he was challenging Zack Sabre Jr. Now he got knocked down a peg or two, and he's in the tag team division with Yuya. And it's kind of funny how Yuya is his tag team partner, because these are two guys, right, who are trying to find their own identity. You know what I mean? Like Yuya, you can see the potential in him. Shota, he has it written all over him, but he has to find himself. That's not Jon Moxley. That's not Hiroshi Tanahashi. We want to see who the real Shota Umino is. Alright? But they're going up against the reigning, defending, undisputed IWGP Tag Team Champions, the Knockout Brothers. We got Oscar and Muto Ice. First time seeing these guys, alright? And I'm not gonna lie, these guys might be my favorite tag team here in New Japan. At one point, it was probably the Time Splitters with Yoshida and Kevin Knight, I'll say. Maybe the War Dogs, but these guys, these two, I like it. I like the pairing. They've been champions, you know, all throughout the world. Yeah, this is my first time seeing them, and I like it. I like these guys. I don't know how tall Oscar is, but he has to be, if I had to guess, maybe like 6'8", 6'9", tall son of a bitch. But this was a good match. I enjoyed it. Probably my favorite tag team match of the night. We fast forward to the finish. They hit the KOB for the 1, 2, 3, and still IWGP Tag Team Champions, the Knockout Brothers. Alright. We then move on to the next match. 60-minute time limit, and that's for the IWGP Global Heavyweight Championship. Alright, the challenger, Mr. Gene Blast, Yota Tsuji, going up against the reigning, defending, undisputed. These my dogs for real. These my dogs for real. These my dogs for real. Gabe Kidd. Another good match. And here's the difference, right, between New Japan and AEW. So when I'm watching New Japan, I know these shows are like 3 to 4 hours, sometimes 5 hours long, but it doesn't feel like the matches drag on. You know what I mean? Not like with AEW. It's just like where they're kicking out multiple finishers. It's like, buddy, wrap this shit up. Take it home already, man. Hot damn. Like, everybody doesn't need to get their shit in, man. And for what? To do it again the next fucking week? It's stupid. But we get the match right. Hard-hitting match. Alright. These two have good chemistry. Alright, you fast forward to the finish. Yota Tsuji was hitting like, I think he had like 2 Gene Blast to the high angle Boston Crab, aka the Walls Jericho, or the Lyman Tamer, for submission, and new IWGP Global Heavyweight Champion, Mr. Gene Blast, Yota Tsuji. Alright, and yeah, I know people, they want Yota to be the next IWGP World Heavyweight Champion at some fucking point. So do I. You know what I mean? When is this man gonna be champion? This is the dude you need to build a company around. Him, like the Shota Uminos, guys like that. But arguably my number one pick would be Yota Tsuji. For sure. This dude has it. But afterwards, we get a babyface moment from Gabe Kidd showing respect to Yota Tsuji. We then see the Bullet Club coming out, where they confront LIJ. Alright, and basically they're like just shaking hands like grown men. You know, David Finley basically was like, you know, I'm coming after you. Right? I'm the first one up. That's my takeaway from it, because commentary, they're like, this is outside of David Finley's normal behavior. You You know, what's this all about? Why is he doing this? It remains to be seen what David Finlay has planned. All right, and again, it's just like, man, how is this dude a leader? Like, I don't buy him as a leader, man. He hasn't won me over yet. And then we see Yoda paying his respects to Hiroshi Tanahashi, trying to angle for that match before he retires. And hell, that could be Tanahashi's last match. Who better to put over before you hit that old dusty trail, right off to the sunset, by putting over the future here in New Japan, that being Yota Tsuji. There you go. So, yeah, I'm all for it. That match needs to happen. But move on to the main event, right? And this is for the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship, right? You got the challenger, the winner of the G1 Climax this year, the Alpha, Konosuke Takeshita, going up against the reigning, defending, undisputed IWGP World Heavyweight Champion, the frontman himself, Zack Sabre Jr. Alright. This was match of the night. Easily. Alright. It was technical. It was hard hitting. It was back and forth. You didn't know who was going to win. And that leads us to the finish, which was Konosuke hitting that power drive knee for the 1, 2, 3. And IWGP World Heavyweight Champion, the Alpha, Konosuke Takeshita. Give this man a round of applause. The Alpha doing what the Alpha does. He's now the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion. Right? And I still don't like that belt design. I miss the old design, but I digress. But Konosuke grabs a mic, and I know English commentary broke down what he said, but I'm gonna break it down my way. He looked at Zack Sabre Jr. He says, "Zack, you're one hell of a competitor, but it's the Alpha's time, and I will treat this belt with all the prestige and respect it deserves. Trust and believe." Right? But this is the Alpha's time, and none of you people have the right to be upset that an AEW talent has your belt. Right? I'm the best in the world. I'm the best in AEW, and now this belt proves that I'm the best here in New Japan. He gets interrupted by Hiroki Goto. Alright? Goto is like, you already knew what time it is. I'm coming back for the belt I should never have lost in the first place. Right? So a matter of time. Konosuke says, "I know punk bitch, Goto, I already knew you're coming." Alright? I don't duck the fate from anybody. Alright? You name the time, you name the place. I'll be there. Goto acknowledges, expects him, he leaves. Konosuke then talks his shit. He says that I am the Alpha, Konosuke Takeshita. I'm the man. This belt proves that I am the best in the world. Rocky Romero then comes out with his fellow Don Callis Familia member, alright, to celebrate. And we're now in the era of the Alpha. Then they do a little media scrum with post press conference that they always do, right? You know, Konosuke talking his shit. And that's pretty much it for New Japan's King of Pro Wrestling. I didn't think they were going to pull the trigger so soon, but I'm glad they did. Alright, once again, big ups to Konosuke Takeshita. You can now argue that Konosuke Takeshita is the wrestler of the year. Alright, you can make that argument, I ain't gonna lie. Alright, but I want to hear from you guys. How do you guys feel about New Japan's King of Pro Wrestling? Did you enjoy it? Did you watch it? What was your favorite match? All that good stuff. Again, it's an easy watch, right? It's like 4 hours and it just flies by. Not like AEW, to where it's like, man, it's like, yo, end this fucking match already. It's like, yo, it's crazy to see the differences between the two. You know what I mean? Like, both shows were like about the same time frame, right? But one show just flies on by, the other show just feels like it's just dragging the fuck on. It's crazy. But maybe it's just me. I don't know. Y'all let me know. Alright? But wasting enough of guys' time for right now. So with that said, be safe, be blessed, take care of yourself, protect your yours, your loved ones, stay warm, stay dry, stay frosty, but most importantly, trust in God. God be with you. I am out of here. right? Got a lot of shit to cover this week, or at least try to. Right, it's always something. Got apparently shit going on with. Oh my brother, testify, exposing Jim Ross for the racist piece of trash that he is. Best believe I'm gonna cover that this week at some point. I gotta do some NWA tomorrow. There's an Evolve pay-per-view Obsession, I believe it was called. I gotta cover that, break that down for you guys. Bunch of shit. There's always something going on, but for now, I'm out of here. Until next time, adios.